Today, this is August the 3rd, 2020. To make cheesecake, you're supposed to make it 24 hours ahead of time. Philadelphia original cream cheese is what I've always used. The ingredients are in every package when you open them. Okay. Tells you exactly how to make them. Yeah. And we'll play around with the light a bit. Okay. And it tells you 1 package, 3/4 cup sugar, 3 eggs, and mix that together in a blender or a hand whip or by a fork, whatever you'd like to do it. And a hand blender is the other thing with the 2 little prongs. I don't do that. I'm going to use a blender because that's the way I've been doing it lately. It turns into a, what do you call it? Not chop. You usually use it on the smoothie or liquefied, like puree, and it turns into like a milky thing. And sometimes I get the one from Walmart. This is the Great Value, and you can find it at Thrifty Foods as well, and Safeway as well. As long as it's Great Value, you can get Keebler ones that are a little more expensive at Superstore and whatnot. These usually run about $2.50 to $3.25 per block. If you want to make 2 to 3 of these, you need 3 of them. For a full one, grab 2 of them. It rises up just like a normal cake because the eggs, and you'll have a great tasting cheesecake. You also need a little bit of vanilla pure extract, I think it's just a half a teaspoon or a splash of it. In the old ways, they used to tell you how to make, this is one of the oldest ones that are 10 years old or 20 years old, whatever it is, that had in a recipe thing. It used to tell you how to make Oreo cookie based crumb bases and all that kind of stuff, or a honey one or whatnot. So it had different recipes for the crust, because you can make crust out of different types of graham crackers or cookies or whatnot. And you can use a spring pan, but I don't use a spring pan. They're $12, and I don't want to make a bunch of dough. So we'll open this up in a minute, and what you do is let this sit out for a little bit so it's a little softer. Okay. And you throw it in your blender. Try to chop it up just a little bit. I'm going to put a cutting board down. Okay. This is Roscoe and Roscoe Gaming, or Ross Jason Bohm Live TV. That's going to go in the garbage. We're going to take a butter knife and do this. Yeah, it's pretty soft. And I'm just going to mash this down a little bit so it's just like this. That way it's not all just in the blender, right? Alright, we're going to stick that in there. Alright. Alright. That goes in there. One more. So 3/4 and 3/4 is a cup and a half of sugar. Cup and a half of sugar. You can use brown sugar if you like, and just make the cheesecake look a little different. You can use different toppings, cherry or whatnot on top. I just eat it plain. After I bake it for about 45 minutes in the oven, it turns out pretty good. So we're just going to watch the making of it, put it in the oven, and then I'll stop it, and then turn it back on when I'm taking it out. And that'll be about 15-20 minutes into my stream today as well, or else I'll just do it that way. So, alright. When you chop it up, it just makes it a little easier in the blender, like I said. Alright, here we go. And when it's softer, not hard, right out of the fridge, it blends a little easier too. Common sense, right? Okay. And 6 eggs, because it's 3 per package. Oh no, that says 3 packages, 3 eggs. Oh, I read it wrong. So 2 eggs and a little less sugar. So 2 eggs, 2 packages. All right. So instead of 6 eggs or 3 eggs, we use 2 eggs. All right, 2 eggs. And we don't want any type of eggshell in there. Crack in your bowl. Throw the extra egg in the sink. Then rinse it out. Put it in the garbage. That way you don't have to take out the garbage right away on a hot day when it's 30 degrees in your apartment. Okay. Make sure there's no shells in there. And we're going to dump that in there. Okay. And hopefully we get a good view. I can see. Oh yeah, I can see. Good. Rinse the fingers a bit. And we're going to take this over here. Put it on top of here. And bam. And this goes in the garbage. Paper goes in paper recycling because it's tin, it could be, but bam. Into the garbage. Rinse the hands just real quick. Again, because I grabbed the garbage can. Eggs in the fridge. Almost put 6 eggs in there. Make sure you read the instructions proper. Alright. Make sure the pieces are lined up. This is the second time using this new blender. So we will never push down on it. Make sure you get metal going on. Sounds like it's working. Working good. We're going to have a nice jade. We'll take this out of the container right now. An oven's supposed to be at 350. 350 Fahrenheit. Yep. Preheat. Careful on the edges, you don't cut your fingers. Okay, that's what it'll look like. Give it a little stir. It's looking pretty good. It's almost ready. Alright. Oh, might be already ready. I don't want any clumps or anything like that in it. Okay. Make sure there's no clumpies in there. That looks good. No clumps in there. And boom. We'll go like this. Final steps before we throw it in the oven. So make sure that's on there. Whoop. Okay. Just pour it in. Nice easy cheesecake. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm going to stick that there. Switch hands because I'm a righty. Play basketball a little. I can switch basketballs, but I'm not an expert with my left hand. Like my Uncle Kenny, he's a lefty. There we go. We'll stick that over here. Give it a little shake like this. Okay. It'll even itself out in the thing. And bam. Look at that. That's a clump in there, hey? Is that a clump? We gotta get a fork out. We might have to stick it in there one more time. Oh yeah, look at that. That is a clump. You don't want that. See? That's a clump. So we have to take that clump out of there, and that's all I can tell you. That's one we'll take out of there, because I can see that. We don't want that clump in there. That'll make it taste gross. That's the first time I've ever seen a clump in there. Should have did it for a couple more minutes. Okay, I'm just going to go like this, just checking it. Okay. You don't want any clumps in your cheesecake, do you? Okay. Even though it's a cake. How is it a cake? Hey, we're going to take this, clean out the sides. Whoop, messed up the side. Alright, that's what it's going to look like. Nice and smooth. We're going to open up the oven here. Stick her in. And as you see, it says $1:19. I'm going to hit the time. Put it in for 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes in the oven. And in 45 minutes, we will open it up. So, birthday cheesecake for tomorrow has to be made 24 hours ahead of time. We'll stop it from now, and you'll see the finished product in that time frame.